Hello, everybody. I think I'm doing this right. So hold on. Hello, everybody. Hello. What we're going to do is we're going to learn how to read the Abacus, and then afterwards we're going to figure out some personal finance. So I'm quite excited for that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out what this number is. Hello, everybody. Hello. So hopefully I got that right. Hello, everybody. Hello. How are we doing? So we're going to look at this abacus. An abacus is a math tool that visualizes your number. Hello, cold cuts. Have we been eating cold cuts lately? Gotta be careful. All those nitrites, not very good. Not very good. Just saying. All right. So this is a visual studio. This is a visual representation of numbers. And so when we're looking, we have the top beat as a value of 5, and then we have the bottom beat as a value of 3. Value of 1. So when these are together, there's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. So if this is 1, 1, 1, together makes 3. And then we have the top beat is a value of 5. And then the top beat is a value of 5. So because the top beat is a value of 5, we have 5 up here, 5 up here. Together, this is actually 8. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Hello. And grass-fed beef. Then you should be able to exercise your brain. Because it seems like you're really interested in health. Just saying. All right, so what is this number? This number is actually 58. That's what we're doing. So we're doing 50, and then we have 8. So what math is this? This is basic math. Why are you mad at me? I'm not mad. You can't take it. Sorry. So this is Cash Jackson. This is basic arithmetic. But the first thing we need to do is we need to understand how to utilize it, how to read the abacus. When you understand how to read the abacus, what happens is you can actually visualize your number. When you can I make one funny. We can't be homies anymore. That's not funny. I'm not funny. You don't think I'm funny? I'm offended now. I'm offended. I don't know. Oh, this one. All right, yes, thank you. Thank you, Quince. Yes, it is 58. No, it's 58, not 98. Stop her pulling her. This is what 98 looks like. So we have 90. We have 5 on top and then 4 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 8 over here. Does that make sense, Quince? So when we have 50, we actually have 50. We have 8 over here. So the top is the value of 5, and then we have 5 and then 3 over here. Okay, good. No, I'm good with all banter. I'm okay with the banter, as long as we're okay. She boy because I bought a calculator. He said, well, I don't even know if it's a he or she. So Cold Cut says that they bought a calculator because they didn't want to use their brain. So Cold Cuts wants to have brain rot. We're not brain rot. This is brain rot free, man. And holy moly, holy cold. I don't know. I was somewhere else. That's all right. We're going to go. You went from 4 users to 100. It's all about the banter. If we can't laugh at it, get a calculator, because it's not a bad thing. You could do trigonometry, you could do calculus, you could do all this stuff. That's fine. This is just for a hobby. There's no harm in it. Go do a calculator. Use your calculator on your phone. That's fine too. I don't know why people think that buying a calculator is going to make me mad. Go. Okay, so we have 90. What have we have? We have 92. Yes, thank you, Quince. It is 90. So the top beat is a value of 5, and the 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the value of 1. Together, this makes 4. So there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Together makes 4. This one is 1, 2. Together, this makes 2. I need to ask my tea. And I'm all here for just fun. It's just for fun. I'm here, thank you everybody for joining. I'm here to introduce Abacus to the Matrix. Welcome, everybody. Welcome
to the real world.
This one's let's do a hard one. You want to do a hard one? Let's do a hard one. Okay. Well, let's see how everybody else does. Okay, well, let's finish this one. What number is this one? Is it really that hard? It's not really that hard. What number is this? What number do we have? I believe in myself. I believe in you too. Believe in you too, Quince. It's not good. 14. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, good. So we're all up to speed. Almost cash. Almost cash. We have to remember that this one over here, we got to look at each of individual columns. Every column is a representative of place value. So when we're looking, we have our place values. Does that make sense? So each column, this is a column, right? Each column has a place value. This is the ones. Why? Because there's a label right here. So this is the ones, this is the tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. If you're interested, I do have this book available in my shop. And yes, thank you, Quince. Yes, thank you. Does that make sense, Cash? So when we're looking, this is actually tens, right? And then we have here is my ones place. This is a dot. This is an indicator. It's like a label. This label tells me it's the ones place. So we have our ones, and then after the ones is our decimals. We have our tenths and our hundreds. Here is my thousands, right? So the thousands is like a comma. So here we go. We have our number. So if I give you this number right here, right? We have 3,000. Notice the 1,000 is right here. So I have my comma right here. Doesn't it look easier to read when I have a comma there? So 456. That's what that is. But then if I don't have a comma, it's a little bit more difficult to read. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for the follow. Pixel. So then we can do it one step, right? We can do it one step further. We could do 73,456.25. After that, we can do this, right? So that looks like this.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So this is 55,555.55, right? And so then we have this number over here.
99 problems, but if ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but if ain't one. Hit me.
So we have 99,999.99. Hello, Agus. I don't know if we're going to get to long division today. It all depends. I actually have a collab that's going to be happening at 5:30. So does that make sense what this is? So what we're doing is we're understanding how to read the abacus. And then we want to, notice if I choose this one to be my ones place, or I could choose this one to be my ones place, just like a Pokemon.
Pokemon, I choose you!
If I choose this one over here to be my ones place, then I can have this. So we have 1. Thank you, Agus. This is 2, right? 2 on the Roman numerals, and then 2 on my beads. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5. The top beat is a value of 5. Does that make sense? And so when we look, this is 6. So we have 6, 5 plus 1 is 6, and then we have 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we have 8. 8 is 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3. And then we have 9. 5 plus 4. That's what that is. So then our next number is 10. 10 looks like that. So if we keep this as my ones place, we can actually make a really, really, really small number. So the really, really small number would be this. On this specific abacus, it'd be 0.00001. I don't have that, right? And so when we're looking, we're understanding that this is actually depending on where your ones place is. If I choose this one to be my ones place,
Okay, Charizard, I choose you!
then we're back to over here to be my 1. And then it's just like the tally marks. So we have 1 on the abacus. We have 2, just like our tally marks. We have 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5. Notice that when we do 5, it is the slash, right? So this is 5. That's what 5 is. We have 6, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. We have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we have 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we have 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. Are we ready? Okay. Let's try something more difficult. Okay. Let's try it. Are we ready? Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So for those of you that are interested, this is available in my TikTok shop. You do have the option to buy either or abacus, either a 7-column abacus or a 13-column abacus. 13-column abacus, because size matters. If the bigger the number, the bigger the abacus. That's all I'm saying. So, but we're going to keep with this colorful one because I enjoy the colorful one. And then this is a 3-digit number. This 3-digit is, we're going to talk about the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. Thank you everybody so much for liking my live. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get it out to the FYP so more people can understand how to read the abacus and be comfortable with math. That's what I want to do. The idea for all of this is that if I can get as many likes to get it out to the FYP, so then TikTok can be like, you know what? I believe everybody should learn basic math within abacus because I believe that abacus is the greatest thing next to sliced bread. Here we go. We are going to be doing the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. So on this abacus, we'll do hundreds. This is the hundreds. This is the tens. This is the ones. That's what we're going to do. Thank you everybody so much for liking the live. All right. And then at 5:30, we're actually going to talk about personal finance. So we are going to go into, let's do yellow. All right, here we go. I got to find my starting point. Oh, here it is. All right. Hello, Nar. How's it going? Here we go. We're doing 3-digit number recognition. That's what we're doing. We're doing 3-digit number recognition. Oh, no. Hello. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold, please. Technical difficulty. Settings. Hold, please. Okay. Nope. Did that work? Okay, good. Am I back? I'm back. All right, good. Sorry. Uh-oh. Okay, good. This is still working. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Sorry, technical difficulties. Okay, how are we doing? We are going to, it's thank you, 5:15. Board, if you can help me, in 15 minutes, we have a thingy thing. Thank you. It is 7:06. Thank you. I'm back. Yeah, I'm actually quite excited for my collab. We're going to be talking about personal finance and how math is related to personal finance and how you should know your numbers and not be scared. And you should know where your money is going and don't be scared. I got a thingy thing. Yeah, so if you can remind me, Board, if it's okay, can you remind me in 15 minutes about my thingy thing? I have an alarm, but I want to make sure, I don't want to be late. Every time we try to meet up, I'm always late for the meeting or I don't show up. And I'm like, come on. Okay, so yes, it is 706. Thank you, Quince. Yes, well done. Thank you. Yes. Okay, good. So we have our next number. Hello, Braxton. Braxton. Next number. What number do we have? We have our hundreds, and then we have our tens. What number do we think that is? Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you. Is it 190? It is 590, Board. It is 500 because the top is a value of 5, right? If it was 100, it'd be the bottom be like that. So notice wherever the horizontal bar is being counted, it all depends on the positioning of the bead. If it's the top bead, it will always be 5. If it's the bottom bead, it will always be at the bottom. It would always be the value of 1. So this one is 1. If we have 4 ones, right? 1, 1, 1, 1. Together, it's been a long day. How was first day of school? See, not so bad, right? You survived. Oh, thank you so much, board, for checking in. For those of you that are interested, please go ahead and check in by the orange heart me and then get your engagement points. And if we ever comment, then you get extra bonus points. This is great. Do you have any grown-up folks math? I do. Right now, I created this. It is basic abacus math for adults. And so I hate chemistry and Spanish already. It's okay. Is it because of the teacher or is it because of the subject? Quince, does that make sense? So thank you so much for asking the question. This is my abacus book for adults. And the idea here is we talk about how to read the abacus. So let's do a little flip through. If you're interested, I do have it available in my TikTok shop, but it is sold out. However, if you want it right away, you can get it here. I have a full collection of my books here in my name is Lynette. I've been teaching abacus for about 20 years now. Spanish is because of the subject. I'm just scared of chemistry. Don't be scared of chemistry. Chemistry is going to be good. Chemistry will be good. It'll be easy. It'll be so easy. So here it is, like big brain notes. The reason why I call it big brain notes is because we're getting our brains bigger. And the idea is to be able to understand how to read the abacus. You count from 0 to 100. And then I give you this mask maze. The mask maze, I think I'm 22 and I need that one. Yeah. That's what I got. So I give you this mask maze. This mask maze is for you to print out because I noticed that the paper is a little thin. So I give you the option to print it out. And then I have this place card, right? This place card right here is supposed to mimic the place card that I have created. And so what I would do is I would color it in, right? I'd color it in if you like. And then I would cut it out here, and then put it on a harder cardboard paper. So and then you can line it up. So notice that the dot right here, there the decimal, the home indicator, this will be my ones place, my tens, hundreds, thousands. So this is where the comma would be, right? And then this is the 10,000s. So then what I would do, and then if you want to choose this one to be your ones place, you can actually move it over like this, and it'll be the same. It'll be ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and then 100,000s. So it's kind of versatile. So English, we're reading two books I've already read. Well, that's good. You see, you don't want it to be easy. What is farm? What is loft? LOTF. Is that a thing? I don't know what that is. So here's the maze. The reason why I have a maze, this is why the mask maze. The reason why is because you can easily see the number or the answer at the back of the book. Lord of the Flies. Oh, I see. That's the two books. Lord of the Flies. Oh yeah, that's a really good book. Lord of the Flies. Animal Farm. That's a funny one. I like that. I do like those ones, but that's interesting. You're doing that in high school? Didn't we read that? No, I read that in high school. Yep. Yeah. Did you know? Oh yeah. So, yes, thank you, board. It is 81. So, this is the maze. This is a 2-digit maze. And then we're just doing a flip through. I give you instructions on what the 3-digit maze looks like. You read Lord of the Flies and the Freshman. I don't remember. It's been so long. And then this is a 3-digit maze. We have 3 digits. We have 1, 2, 3. And then we did it again. So then this is the 4 digits. And here I give you a reverse maze. So this is just an idea of what it is. What this means is that if you look at this number, you're going to color in the abacus here. I read. Oh, thank you, Ryan, for the clarification. I'm like, how do you know what I read in freshman year? Sorry. I'm just, that was like, okay, thank you. Sorry, I get a little silly. Okay, thank you for the rose. Yeah, it was a good book. It was a really good book. Oh, and then, then there's is it available? Yes, it is available on Amazon. This is my name. That's my name. It is available on Amazon. So, yep, I do have it available. I will have it available in my TikTok shop soon, but I'm still waiting for the shipment. So I go into explaining how to simply add, right, moving the beads, and then I give you examples, and then I do it again with subtraction, and then somehow I ended up with a bunch of juniors. Oh, that'd be fun. Here is the subtraction. This is pixel art. I know it's super easy. I know it is super easy, but the idea here is to be able to understand how the beads move. So I have 8 on the abacus. I want to take away 3. Okay, so what I'm doing is I want you to get comfortable with moving the beads. That's why it's easy to do it in your head. I understand that, but the idea is to be able to move the beads. So then we go into formulas. The formulas is plus the 5. So if you notice, it's a little bit quicker, right? And then I give you some examples, and then we talk about minus 5. I give you some examples, and then we start doing a hidden word problem. This is an activity, and then here is a summary. This is the plus tens, and then we go into the understanding how to do the plus tens. And the plus tens is like carrying over, right? The idea of concept of carrying over. And then I give you some review questions, and then I give you an activity. This is color by number. Just answer the questions, and then you can follow the key. And then we start going into how to do multiplication. Multiplication is repeated addition. That's what this is. That's what I'm trying to do here. So I want you to add the 2, add the 2, add the 2, add the 2. That's what we do in Abacus, right? But the idea is to actually really know your multiplication table. But I don't go too involved with a multiplication table here. I'm just giving you the basics of the basics. Okay. So we give you the word ladder, and then we do minus to 10. So we add the 10. We know how to add the 10. We will know how to subtract the 10. And then after that, I give you some activities, and then this is the summary for how to make a 10. Then there's a framework. This workflow explains how to read the question so you can figure out what you need to do. So you either add the beads, or you use the minus 5, or you use the minus 10. This is the workflow, how to look at a question. Because when we start going to what I call a 2-step equation, you need to understand how to utilize how to make a 5 and how to make a 10. So that's the concept here. And so what I'm trying to explain how it back in 5 minutes. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. So here I give you the questions, answer the questions, and then find the puzzle piece, and then try to figure out what the puzzle looks like. Here's write the question, and then I give you again more repeated addition. After you know how to add the 2-step, we minus the 2-step. And again, I give you activities. And then all of this are activities to strengthen the concepts of all of the formulas that you have just learned. And so I have the mask maze, I have a maze, I have a puzzle, I have the hidden word, mosaic, and the hidden words. There we go. And so if you're ever wondering, I do have the answers in the back of the book. That's my book. So this is the book that I meant for adults. It's supposed to be a little bit more condensed. If you want it to be a little bit slower, I do break it up into individual concepts. So I have plus 5 over here, right? So this is one book. All it is talking about how to make a 5. This was meant for kids, but it's okay for adults too. The reason why, because it depends on how fast or how slow you want to go. If you need more practice, then I would suggest this for right now. I am still building out more books. The next concept that you would be doing would be the minus 5. Right? After the minus 5, it's the plus 10s. After the plus 10s, it'd be the minus 10s. After the minus 10s, I will have more books. If you're looking for more, I'm still building, just so you know. But this is my adult books for. This is my book for adults. This is basic math abacus. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to explain how to do adding and subtracting on the abacus, and it builds out confidence and promotes critical thinking, which is really interesting because I noticed that some people that have gone through my classes and bought my books, they starting to see that they're actually thinking a lot faster. And so it's really interesting on how, like, your brain, if you don't use it, you lose it. And so Cole Cuts was talking about getting a calculator. That's fine. Is there one for kids? Yeah, there's one. There's the whole line is for kids, right? So depending on how old your child is, right, you can either start from 2-digit puzzle, 3-digit puzzle, or a 4-digit puzzle, and then 8. I would recommend maybe a 4-digit, and then go into the different curriculums. That's what I would do. It all depends. It all depends on how quickly or how. If she's really quick, then you could try the adult for abacus for adults, and then use. Yeah, and if your daughter needs more practice, then you can go to here. So it's up to you. So those would be the 2 ways. Either you start from here and then go after the 4-digit maze, you go to plus the 5, minus the 5, plus the 10, minus the 10, and then there's more. Or you could try this one. But I think it's a little bit too, there's not enough practice in here to really get the two formulas automatic. Because the idea is to get it automatic. So the two formulas is plus the 5 and plus the 10. So the idea is to be able to get these to be automatic so they have, understand. They understand as well as utilize the formulas. I'm homeschooling. This would be something I like to introduce my children. Oh yeah. How is it okay if I can ask, like, how old are your children? Because it all depends. Like, if you're looking, I also have a preschool book. So the idea was, if you wanted to start them young, you could start them as young as 3. Because the way I have it is, I created activities for children to get comfortable with their numbers. So it all depends. I'm not saying that it should be, but that's what it is. And then we go into comparison, and then we go into adding and subtracting. Yeah. So, all right. So before I forget, I just want to let you know. Okay, my time is going to be ready for the next. I'm going to be doing a collab. I'm going to be doing a collab with this person, and it will be interesting. I don't know. I hope you guys will stick around. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Woo. Okay, I'm just waiting. Now I gotta figure out how to find this person. Anybody have any Abacus questions before we go into our next segment, which is going to be personal finance? Thank you for the follow, Pixie. Thank you for the follow. Okay, how are we doing? Yeah. Before I forget, let me know if we have any other questions. Before we go, thank you so much for liking the live. I think. Okay, I gotta figure this out. I'm going to, sorry. I'm trying to, is it a co-host? What's his name is, let's see. Thank you so much for liking the live. Vince. Oh, here it is. Here he is. Oh, he's got 180 people. There we go. I wonder if that works. That's the first time I ever did this. No, this is the second. I lied. This is the second time.
Yeah.
Hello.
Create that foundation.
Hi. How you doing, Vince?
What's going on, Lynette?
Not much. I was just starting out and trying to do a little quick through, and we're getting all ready to do some personal finance with you. How's it going? Ooh.
We are. I was right in the middle of finishing this one, but we're gonna go ahead and get started.
You can go.
And
You know
then I
what?
can finish it
Go finish it up.
later.
Nope, finish it up. We're good.
Finish it up.
Yeah.
You cool? You cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what I was talking about here was this last step was about investing. All we want to do, what we've done up until this point, was build a foundation for ourselves financially. Okay, this is going to give us the security in the present so that we can confidently invest for our future. So how do we do this, y'all? You begin investing at least some dollar amount. It doesn't have to be $100 a month. It could be $5, it could be $10, it could be $2, it could be $1. You just need some dollar amount. What we want to do with this is put it into some kind of tax advantaged investment account. For me, I like the Roth IRA. The reason I like the Roth IRA is for 2 reasons. Number one, it grows tax-free. And number 2, in retirement, the income is also tax-free. So it's tax-free growth and it's tax-free income in retirement. We want to max this out. The max that you can contribute to a Roth is $7,000 a year, y'all. $7,000 ends up being $583 a month, that's the number. Okay. Now, do you need $7,000? Do you need $583 a month to begin investing? No. Again, you can start with $1. You can start with $5. You can start with $10. But either way, you just need to start. Okay. So those are the 5 steps to financial stability in 2025. And I know a lot of y'all probably have questions right now as I just ended, Lynette. But we want to talk about now, as I told y'all before, a little bit about money and math anxiety. That's what we want to talk about. That's the topic for today's live, y'all, as I go through. And then I will answer any questions that y'all have. from anyone that's viewing the live and that's on the live right now. Okay, so I think what we want to do first, Lynette, is just introduce ourselves to each other's audience, so that way we just kind of know who we talking to, what we talking about. You cool with that?
This is fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. So I am a math teacher, but I teach math with an abacus. This is what an abacus is. An abacus is a math tool that visualizes your numbers. So for me, I've been actually teaching math for about 20 years now. Hopefully you can hear me. And thank you guys. Thank you everybody for liking our lives. We're trying to get it out there and trying to make sure that we want to educate the world. And I am trying to abacify the world. So what we're doing is we're also introducing, personal finance as well as math to the matrix. And we believe that you guys are part of the matrix. So welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the real world.
Please keep your mind open for something new and
Love
something
it.
different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So that's a little bit about me. Go right ahead, Vince.
Open your mind. Open your mind. So yeah, y'all, a little bit about me. I'm Vince. I am a financial coach. I've been in the financial space since 2017, about 7, 8 years now. Really teaching and helping people when it comes to organizing their finances, getting their finances in order, making it really simple, right? Just helping you take action and knowing exactly where to start, so that way you can have a game plan, what the goals that you want to accomplish and need to accomplish. I do it by breaking down these complex doggone topics about money, and I just make them really, really simple. I break them down in step by step steps and guidance. That way you can just go ahead and get started and make it really easy for you to get this money and get your money up and save this money, invest this money, so that way you can be stable. You can be financially stable and you can have some success. Do we have audio issues? Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear Lynette? Drop the number 2 in the chat if y'all can hear me.
You're kind of cutting out for me. I'm not sure if I'm cutting out for you. So I'm not sure. Yeah. So what I
I can hear
do.
you perfect.
Okay. So, 2. So you're unable to hear Vince? My Sue. Okay. We'll see what I
So
can do.
we can hear. I think some people were saying that I was cutting out a little bit,
You were cutting out a little bit in the middle of whatever what you were
and now
talking
there's
about.
an echo. I hear the echo too.
You heard an echo? You're hearing it? Okay. No, I just have the one, which is my mic, and that's about it. Okay. It's probably just a TikTok thing. That went out. It's probably just a TikTok server thing. All right. So, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. So, what we wanted to do is we wanted to ensure that don't be scared of math. What we want to do is we want to make sure that you understand where your money is going, but also to know where your money is going. It is nice to be familiar with where what the numbers are. So in my specific thing, I can explain to you how to read the abacus. When we read the abacus, what we're doing is we're trying to understand this visual tool. This is a math tool, and all we're doing is we're learning how to count. So when we can read the abacus, then we can go into understanding about the personal finance. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how to read the abacus. Is that all right? Is that all right, Vince?
Perfect.
Okay. So here is 1. That's 1 on the abacus. So if I look, right, there's 1 right here. Then I have 2. There's 2 on the abacus. Anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, this bar right here, this is what's being counted. Everything here is a value of 1. So notice I have 2, right? 1, 1 together is 2. If I have 3, 1, 2, 3, and then this is 4. Now you might be wondering, 4. And then you might be wondering, well, what happens to 5? Well, 5 is the top bead. The top bead will always be 5. And then when we do 6, we have 1 bead on top and 1 bead on bottom. Visualizing your numbers, you'll be able to actually add, subtract, multiply, and divide on the abacus. And that in turn will help you really keep track of your finances. And so when you get comfortable with math, when you get comfortable with the numbers, you'll get really comfortable with your finances. And that's the hope, right? So if I want to do 7, we have 1 bead on top and then 2 beads on the bottom. If I have 8, right? 8 is what? 5 bead on top, right? And 1, 2, 3 beads on the bottom. If I have 9, 9 is 5 bead on top and then 4 beads on the bottom. And then 10 is like this. When we're looking, every column is a place value. With the place value, if you notice, there's a indicator. This indicator tells me the ones place. So when I place it down on my place value, you have your ones, your tens, hundreds, thousands, and then 10,000s. That's what we have. So understanding numbers would really help you understand how to do your personal finance. So we have questions of like,
I see.
yeah. So, and that's the interesting thing is once you can visualize your numbers, you'll be a lot more comfortable and you'll understand, the numbers. And so that's a little bit what I have. How is it going? Okay, so that's the little bit of mine. And then we have Vince, who's talking about the 5 steps of financial stability in 2025. We're in the 3rd quarter or the 4th quarter of the year.
We are going into the 4th.
When does the 4th quarter start?
Starts at the end of this month.
Really? Woof. All right. So, do you want to talk a little bit about your 5 steps?
Yeah, we can go over what I really want to talk about. For people that cannot see in the back, I'm gonna step to the side after each point. But as Lynette was talking about, right? As you get more familiar with your numbers, it'll be easier to do the math. So one of the things, trying to screenshot this feels like a video game. One of the things, I'm gonna step to the side after each point. I got y'all, okay? But one of the things that I emphasize to help when it comes to like that anxiety of just knowing, okay, where do I start? Where do I begin? How do I break this down? What am I looking at? I always start with one of these rules. So this is like, if any of you have ever heard of 50, 30, 20, drop 5, 3, 2 into the chat. Have you ever heard of the 50, 30, 20 rule? Okay. Got it, Trudy. Yeah. Okay. But the 50, 30, 20 rule. All that is a budgeting rule. Okay, it breaks down your finances in 3 categories. Needs, breaks down into wants, it breaks it down into saving and investing. Those are the 3 categories. It just simplifies the whole process. And what it does is it shows you, okay, what percentage of your income should be going to each category. That's what it's going to show you. So here, I don't have the 50, 30, 20. I have the 60, 10, 30. The reason why I have the 60, 10, 30 is because I understand that numbers are different for everybody. And what may work for one person may not work for you. So I adjust these numbers based on my personal situation or your personal situation. So even though I have the 60, 10, 30 rule here, which is a great rule, it's great for people who are single, no kids, low financial responsibilities. Okay, even though I have this rule here, you may need to adjust these numbers based on your situation just to have a bird's eye view of exactly where your money should be going and how it should be allocated. So yours may be 65, 5, 30, okay? Or yours may be 65, 65, 15, 20, okay? However, yours is set up is based on your specific situation, and that helps you understand your numbers so that you can break it down really simply and know exactly how much you should be saving, how much should go to wants, and how much should go to needs. That's going to help you simplify your finances. That's going to help you know exactly where to start. And this is always a good starting point for anybody when it comes to their finances to know exactly, okay, where should I start? What should I do? What can I follow to just get started? Without going through all the budgets, without having to sit down and do all your numbers and look back at the last 3 months and average all your numbers up. This is a really good way to start getting a grasp, seeing exactly what can I do financially, and then doing that. Does that make sense, everybody? If that makes sense, drop makes sense in the chat, please.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. If you guys understood the... Okay, so here he has the 60, 10, and 30 rule. Is that what it is? Yes. So on the abacus, if you were looking
Yes.
for 60, 60 would be 6 is a 5 and a 1 here, and there'll be a 6 and a 0. So notice we have our 1s and our 10s. And then our next number he has is our 10. So 10 would look like a 1 and a 0. This is not 10, this is 55. So on his percentages is 10% wants, that's what 10 would be. And then 30 would be 3. 30 is a 3 tens and the 3 tens and 0 ones. So here it would be 30, right? So we have 60, 10, and 30. This is just to explain how to read the abacus. As he goes through with more numbers, I can explain what it would look like on the abacus. Just a little bit of idea on how visualizing your numbers is beneficial as opposed to keeping it all in your brain. We want to be able to avoid brain rot. We're trying to avoid brain rot, and so what this would do is the abacus helps you build out your brain like brain gymnastics. So because we keep up with our brain, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's the same thing with your money and your finances. If you don't understand it, you might lose it before you know it. So go ahead and continue on. If it's okay, I can interrupt you on the second point or the third point.
Yeah, for sure. So to piggyback off of that point with the abacus, one of the things that I teach Lynette, you get mute. I hear the echo. That's crazy. Thank you. But yeah, there we go. That's better. Appreciate it. But with the abacus, it's kind of like what I teach people to do is, you need a physical, tangible, something that you can touch so that you can visualize it like in real life. It's the same thing with the abacus, right? So the abacus helps you visualize those numbers, and it's just a great way for you to see what those numbers look like in a different form rather than just looking at a spreadsheet or rather than just writing the numbers down. It also helps you remember. It helps you remember those numbers and what you should actually stick to and what that looks like for you. So I love that concept. I think that really helps when it comes to the money and dealing with the numbers and the math. Really having something physical that you can touch, that you can that's realistic, is going to help you really grasp and stick to those numbers that you have when it comes to your finances and when it comes to math in general too. Now, let's move on to the next part of this, y'all. Like I always say here, this just creates the vision. And once the vision is clear, then we can actually stick to and reach our savings goals. So we have one goal here. And the reason why we have these numbers is because we want to attack one goal at a time. So basically, if you don't have $2,000 saved up, your first goal and your only goal that you should be focusing on, that you should prioritize, is saving up $2,000 as soon as possible. That is the only goal. We don't want to focus on many goals. We only want to focus on one. Okay. So how are we going to reach this $2,000 goal? Well, we're going to use the system that we put in place to save up 30% towards hitting this $2,000 goal because this is the priority. So what does that mean? Let's say you make $1,000 every single week or monthly or bi-weekly. Okay. Really doesn't matter. Your number is 1,000 that you make income. 30% of that is going to be $300 that you're going to be putting towards reaching this savings goal every week, bi-weekly, or monthly, however you get paid. So you're going to automate this 30% here to your regular savings account until you hit this $2,000 goal. Lynette, do you want to show what $2,000 looks like on the Abacus, how they can visualize this and see this?
Yes, thank you so much. So just for those that just came in, what we're going to do is we're going to understand that this is a counting tool. This is a math tool. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to visualize our numbers. So when we visualize our numbers, you see that there is this dot. This dot is a label. This label tells me that this is the ones place. So if I bring it down and I want to look, I have my place values. I have my ones, my tens, my hundreds, and my thousands. So Vince mentioned to have 2,000. Notice that I have another label here. it's easier to see that this is the 1,000. But here, if I don't put the comma, it's a little bit more difficult. That's why if we do the 2,000 with the comma, that's what it represents. This is what 2,000 would look like on the abacus. So for those of you that are interested, this is what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to show everybody how to visualize your numbers on the abacus. We can add, subtract, multiply, and divide on the abacus. Thank you, Vince. And point number 4.
I have a question before I get to point number 4. If this number was 2,500, what would that look like on the abacus?
2,500, like that, because it's 2,500, 0, 0.
Yeah, 2,500.
Yep, that's what it'd be. 25, because a tapi is always
Okay.
a value of 5.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was 5. Okay. Got it. That's what I was thinking. And then, so 2,600 would be just the green bead up.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. It's exciting when people get it.
Correct. Okay. I'm getting it now. I'm learning something too, y'all.
Yeah, it's exciting when people get it. It's still exciting.
I'm learning something too. Y'all got that? Okay, drop the number 2 into the chat if all that made sense to you just now. I'm just trying to make sure that y'all getting this as I'm getting it.
It's as many times as I've been doing this, and I've been doing this for 20 years, I still find it exciting when people are like making these connections. So, and when you start understanding it, it becomes really crazy. Like you cannot unsee it.
Oh, I can see everything.
Yeah. Did you hear that
Cool.
soundbite?
All right, so let's get. Yes, I did.
Okay, I
I
just want to
did.
make
I
sure.
can see it. I can see it now. Yeah. All right, so now let's get to the next part, y'all. This next part is very crucial. All right, because now we just leveling up. All we doing is doing the same exact thing with our money, except we allocating it to a new place. We're putting it in another spot. Okay, so instead of this 30% going towards our regular savings account to save up this 2,000, the next goal is to save up 10,000. Now, let me give y'all some insight, okay, before I really dive into step number 4. So the reason why we start with 2,000, we want a number that's achievable, that feels doable, that doesn't sound crazy, right? Because we want you to take action. We want you to do the easy things, do the little things, and also build the habits necessary to win financially. That's how we win, okay? By breaking down these big old numbers here into small actionable steps, that's how you win long term. That's how you build the habits. That's how you create consistency. All right? So we start with 2,000, okay? This is going to be an easy number. This is going to be doable for you to make and to achieve. What that's going to do is 2 things, y'all. It's going to give you, number 1, confidence financially. You're going to say, look, wow, I was able to save up $2,000 probably sooner than I ever would have because I'm not focusing on many things, okay? I simplified the numbers and I removed the anxiety and the math and all that by simplifying it and creating a simple plan for my money without having to go through a whole budget. And because I hit this goal faster than I thought I would have, that builds momentum into the next goal. All right. So we've created financial confidence and we've also built momentum simply by following the rule, keeping it simple, removing all the anxiety, removing the numbers, okay, the complicated numbers. And we started saving up, building those habits. These habits transfer from one goal to the next. So now we take this same 30% that we were saving for this 2,000 to now save up for our next goal, which is $10,000. Now, that is the minimum, okay? So again, personal finance is personal. So what may work for you may not work for somebody else. What may work for somebody else may not work for you. So we have to adjust this number. Some people are good with 10,000. Some people will be good with 20,000. Others will be good with 50, 100,000, okay? Whatever that number is for you, you need to figure that number out, and that's going to be your minimum. At a minimum, though, it needs to be 10,000. Hey, what's going on, Mimi? Welcome to the live.
I have a
It
question.
needs to be 10,000. Now, yes,
What is HYSA?
great question. So HYSA, that stands for high yield savings account. Okay. How many of you in the chat know what a high yield savings account is? Okay. If you do, put yes. If you don't, put no. Let me see. If you know what a high yield savings account, Mimi, thank you for the gifts. Put yes. If you don't, put no. Okay. I'm gonna explain either way. Okay. I got y'all. So a high yield savings account, this is what it is. It is just like a regular savings account, except it pays you higher interest. All right. So I know some of you guys know, name some of the brick and mortar banks that's out there. What I mean by brick and mortar are physical location banks. Drop some of those in the comments for me. Drop some of those well-known big banks. Okay, we got Chase, we got Bank of America, we have JP Morgan, we have PNC, right? All of these banks, they have Chase, Citi, Truist, okay, Wells Fargo. All of these accounts, all of these banks, they have what's known as savings accounts. Okay, these savings accounts are typically just regular savings accounts, meaning that they pay very little. Now, the reason why they pay very little is because these big banks, Wells Fargo, PNC, JP Morgan, the last time that you walked into a bank, it was really nice, right? They have marble floors, marble countertops, everything is really nice, big chairs. They probably have a cafe in the building, right? These banks look nice. And because of that, because of the overhead and because of the costs being so high, they pay you very little and interest on your savings accounts. Now, with the high yield savings accounts, they aren't brick and mortar. They don't have a physical location. Most of those are all online. Because of that, they have less overhead, so they're able to pay you more interest. So what does that look like numbers wise? In a high yield, in a regular savings account, what you can earn is maybe 0.04%, 0.4%, maybe up to 1%. In a high yield savings account, you can earn right now anywhere between 3 to 5% on a high yield savings account. So in most cases, what you're doing there is basically putting your money from a regular savings account into a high yield savings account where you can earn literally 100 times more on your money simply from having it in a place that's going to pay you more on your money. So that's what a high yield savings account is.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So
Did
you
we
were
want to
mentioning,
go over this 10,000?
yes, I was going to say, so you were mentioning 10,000 in a high yield savings account. So if I have my Abacus and I have 10,000, if I say that this is my ones place, notice that there's a ones indicator. This is the ones indicator. So if I wanted to do 10,000 on the Abacus, I would count ones, tens, hundred, thousands, 10,000. So that would be the one on top. The one bead on the bottom. All the bottom beads has a value of 1. So the next number we had was 50,000 in your high yield savings account. 50,000 would be 50,000. Don't forget that this is where the ones place is. But then there was one number mentioned. It was 100,000, and I'm like, whew, that's good. That's very, if you can, that's great. I want everybody to get 100,000. But obviously, I don't have that much on my Abacus. So you would have to change to a larger Abacus because size matters. I'm just saying. So this is a 7-column Abacus. This is a 13-column Abacus. And because I have a 13-column Abacus, I can actually signify that this is my ones place. I have my thousands, and then I would have my millions. So to have $100,000 would be 1000000. So this is my ones place. However, let's say we take it one notch higher. We can do $1 million, like Dr. Evil. Give me $1 million. And so that's what 1 million would look like. 1000000. And this is where the ones place would be. So that's what I have on my Abacus. Any questions?
Wow, Pamela, you have a 16 column abacus.
This this is a 13 column abacus.
Nice. How many of y'all are getting value from this live so far? If you're getting some value, let's see the money bags in the chat. Let's see. There's an abacus emoji. Drop the abacus emoji in the chat
There is an abacus emoji in the chat. There's also an
if you're getting
abacus
some
emoji.
value from this live.
There's also an abacus
Either,
emoji on your phone too. Did
either
you know that?
or.
Yeah. Did you know that?
Yes.
So if I
Thank
did
you, Trudy. I see you, Trudy.
math, so on my iPhone, I have an abacus emoji. It is available for everybody. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you, Alyssa. There's your abacus emoji right there. And now you'll be able to read it, actually. You can actually read it. For those of you that are paying attention, so we have our ones.
Oh, that's a good test.
Yeah.
That's a good test.
Yep. So,
Is that what is it?
what is it? Well,
I was
let's
gonna
take a
try to
look.
guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, we can do it. We can do it.
Hold
So,
on.
let me. Okay. So, this is what it looks like on this
Is
abacus.
it one?
Yes, there's the one. Yes, thank you, Sarah. Thank
Yep.
you, Mai.
So
Okay,
it'll be
one.
19.
Yep.
Y'all take a guess. Y'all take a guess in the chat. What is it?
What number do you think this is?
So we got 197 and 6.
Yep. That's the year, I think.
So is it 1,976?
Yes, it's actually 1976 because that's the year I think that the abacus emoji came about.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Y'all, I just read the abacus. Did y'all get that right in the chat? Did y'all get that right? Was your guess right? I'm about to add this to my list of skills.
Never have you
This is
had
really a
this.
skill.
Never on your to-do list in 2025 is to learn the abacus. I have that comment all the time. But here we are.
Yeah, I need to add it to the list. I need to add it to the list. But yeah, so that's 1976. I was able to read that. I got it. Thank God. I'm learning something on this live. Was okay, so next what we want to get into, let's go to the next step of this 5 steps to financial stability in 2025. Y'all down for that? Y'all let me know in the chat. Okay. I'm still on step 4, by the way. I'm still on step 4. I
Some
want y'all
really
to take a screenshot of this.
some really good information. Thank you so much, Vince, for letting us know about the personal finance and about the 5 steps of financial stability in 2025. That's pretty awesome.
Yes. And it's cool because you can see, like, not only can you use this to visualize your numbers and like make it a fun way for you to understand your numbers and stick to your numbers and just retain it, but also it's a way that you can teach your kids. For those of you that's on here who have kids, I know that, passing on this type of information to your kids is key, especially when it comes to like building generational wealth and them understanding money and how money works. And this is just another way for you to add something fun, something tangible for your kids and for even you to better understand money, to remove some of that anxiety, to make it really simple for you to know your numbers and know which path to go and how to get started on this. This can make it real simple. So I appreciate that, Lynette. This is cool. So let's get into the rest of this, y'all. Okay, 10,000 was the number. Soleil, thank you for the rose. Let's get into this. So 10,000 is the number. That's the minimum. Okay, we can go all the way up to 100,000 on the Abacus. Not this Abacus, but on the 13 column one, we can for sure. But let's just go with 10,000. Now, we want to put this into a high yield savings account. Like I told y'all already, the high yield savings account is just like a regular savings account, except it pays you higher interest. Now, the reason why we want to separate this account, this is the number one issue or the number one problem that I run into, that most people have when it comes to their finances. They really they have everything all in one account. They save all their money all in one account. And the reason why we want to separate it is because we want to create what's something called discipline, financial discipline. And I know that's hard for a lot of us, but this is how you do it. You separate it by creating this type of structure where we have the 2,000 in our regular savings that you have immediate access to. And then you have this high yield savings account, which is separate from your regular savings, okay, that you don't have immediate access to. Okay, you don't even want a debit card tied to this. Why? Because we want to create discipline. And just like we said earlier, when we see money, what do we typically do with that money? Y'all let me know in the chat. When we see money, what do we typically do with money that we see? I know y'all know this answer.
Yeah, I think
Let me know in the chat.
we spend it. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah,
Spend it. Yes.
very easily. Yes.
Spend it.
Thank you,
Spend it with
Rose.
quickness. We spend it. That's what we do. Okay. So we want to separate this money so that we can create this discipline and remove that temptation from spending it. Okay. What this does is this helps us save our money a whole lot sooner, faster, and help us reach our goals. Now, let me give y'all an example of this. Let me show how this can impact you in other areas of your life, because this is a concept that I believe helped me and has helped a bunch of other people when it not only came to their finances but other areas as well. So this is how I think about financial discipline. I think of discipline as more so controlling your environment than saying no to things that you know you shouldn't have that's right in front of you. So let's do this, y'all. In the comments right now, drop your favorite dessert. What is your favorite dessert? Drop your favorite dessert in the comments. Let's see what you like. And by favorite dessert, I mean you can't say no to. When you see it, you have to eat it. What's your favorite dessert? Drop it into the chat. This is going to help illustrate my point. Trudy said ice cream. Miss Inslee said sweet potato pie. I love me some sweet potato pie.
Sarah says tiramisu
Chocolate,
and a mochi.
anything. That's what I'm talking about.
Rose says chocolate pie and
Tiramisu
flan.
and what else?
Mochi, apple pie,
Chocolate
and a
pie.
flan.
Okay, good. Belle said chocolate, anything chocolate. So for me, y'all, my favorite is banana pudding. Okay, I love banana pudding. That's my all-time favorite. Yeah, I would go through a brick wall for the right banana pudding. Not even kidding. Okay, so let me illustrate this. So let's say I put your favorite dessert into. Let's say I put my favorite dessert, banana pudding, into the fridge where I can see it every day. Every time I open up the fridge, I see that pan of banana pudding. For the month of September, let's say my goal is to lose some weight. I'm trying to lose weight. What are my chances of losing weight if I have that big old pan of banana pudding in the fridge? Every time I open up the fridge, I see that banana pudding. What are my chances, y'all? Y'all let me know in the chat. What are my chances of reaching my weight goal when I have that kind of access to banana pudding?
Rose
Belle
mentioned,
said, yikes,
yeah,
zero chances.
Rose mentioned very slim. Very slim to be slim.
Very, very slim. Very slim, I like that. So my chances become very slim. Why? Here, let me do this TikTok thing real quick. There we go. We back. But yeah, my chance is very slim, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had banana pudding in the fridge right now, there would be a spoon next to the fridge, and every time I open up that fridge, I'm getting a spoonful of banana pudding every single time with a cookie. Okay, if I miss the cookie the first time, I'm gonna get a cookie the next time. Okay, that's how serious banana pudding is around me. Okay, so I might reach my goal, but it's just gonna take me a lot longer to reach that goal. Y'all see what I'm saying here? Now, let me ask this question. If I was to completely remove the banana pudding, let's say there's no banana pudding in the house at all, no ingredients to even make banana pudding, what do my chances of reaching my weight goal then become? Y'all let me know in the chat. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love, y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. What do my chances become if I completely remove the banana pudding out of sight, out of mind? There's no ingredients to make. What do my chances become, y'all? Let me know in the chat. Higher chance. Pamela said much better. Okay. My chances increase greatly simply because it's not there, simply because it's out of sight, out of mind. Now I'm able to reach my goal on track or maybe even faster because I don't have that temptation in front of my face. Y'all, that little example that I just gave y'all, it's the same thing when it comes to money. Okay. When you remove the money, when you remove that temptation, exactly, Belle, when you're not easily tempted, okay, you don't spend the money. Okay. You don't see the money, you let the money grow, your goals end up being achieved a lot faster. Okay. So if that was good, if y'all like that analogy, if y'all enjoyed that, just drop the money bag in the chat. Let me know that I helped somebody some way. Bell said, come on, somebody. Yes, that's a message. Okay. And that not only applies to your finances. Yes, we're talking about math and money, but it also applies in your regular life, just like I just described. Okay. So drop the money bags in the chat if you enjoyed that.
Thank you, River, for the money bag comment. Yes, very good information. Thank you so much. I agree, says Rose. That makes a lot of sense.
So that's how I think about financial discipline, y'all. If I'm able to remove the temptation, I'm able to remove my emotions out of the equation, and I'm able to automate as much of this as possible. Okay, that's going to help me reach my goals. That's going to help remove some of that anxiety when it comes to dealing with money and bills and everything associated with money. That's going to help me, reach my goals faster and actually help me stay consistent and stick to the plans that I set for myself. Cardamom, thank you for following me.
So this makes a lot of sense.
Slav is so helpful. Thank you so much, Coach Bell. You are amazing. Thank you.
If I can extend on the sense thing, so we're going to do a little bit of review on how to read the abacus. So if we have 1 on the abacus, anytime the beads are touching the horizontal bar, that's what's considered 1. That's where I get this penny. This penny, if you guys are in America or North America, a penny is worth 1 cent. So this is 1 cent. And so what we want to do is we want to count our pennies when we want to go and put our money into the high yield savings account. If I have 2 pennies, there's 2 pennies. I have 2 beads on the abacus. If I have 3 pennies, I have 3 on the abacus. If I have 4 pennies, I have 4 on the abacus, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of these is a value of 1. What we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. And so we might be wondering where a 5 is. Well, 5 is the top bead. This is a nickel. This is 5 cents. Because it's 5 cents, this is what the top bead looks like. So now we can actually count. We do 5 plus 1 is 6. And then we have 5 plus 2 is 7. We have 5 plus 3 is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. And that is how we read it on the abacus. If you're wondering what 10 cents looks like, or 10 looks like, I use a dime. This is 10 cents. So 10 cents would look like that. This is 1 and a 0. That's how we say 10 on the abacus. So for those of you that are interested, that's how we read the abacus, and we can just keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14. So then we have our place values. We have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So the recommendation, if you have the money, it would be good if you could put in $10,000 into the high yield savings account, or 20, or 30,000, or 40,000, or even 50,000. It is up to you. It is, what did you call it? Personal. What did you call it, Vince?
Yeah, your personal situation,
Yeah, thank you. Personal situation. Sorry,
personal finance.
So if you did 50,000, 60, right? 60 is a 5 and 1 is 60. 70,000, 80,000, because our ones place is over here, and maybe you want to try to hit 90,000 in your emergency funds. I don't know. I'm not a personal finance coach, but I'm just showing you what it would look like on the abacus. Thank you.
That's great. That is great. Let's see 30,000. Can we see 30,000?
30, right? 30000. That's 30,000. If we want to do 35,000, 35,000. 35000. So just like how we write it, 35, comma 000. There we go.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, I think can we talk about investing? Okay, I think I'm back. Can we simplify investing a little bit?
I'm all for investing. What sort of investments are we talking about?
Who here who here wants to who here wants to simplify investing? I'm just going to explain it a little bit. Okay, drop the word invest into the chat, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain this right here. This step number 5, this last little step, we're going to talk about investing. Simple numbers, of course, and how these simple numbers can turn into really big numbers. Okay, drop the word invest into the chat. Drop the word invest into the chat. Okay. So when it comes to investing, y'all, and the reason why, how we even get to this point, is by having the savings in place. So I don't know about y'all, but for me, when I have money saved, okay, I feel a lot more secure. Okay, who else feels that way? Drop the number 4 in the chat if you feel that way. Whenever you have money saved up, okay, you know exactly what your money is doing. You have some clear steps, clear guidelines financially. You feel a lot more secure. What we have done with steps 1 through 4, by simplifying it, by removing as much anxiety as possible, okay, by helping you take action, what we did is now helped you feel secure in the present, okay, with having a system in place, structure in place, and money saved up. This allows us to then be able to invest with confidence. Now we're not so worried about the day-to-day, what goes on. We're not worried about the ups and downs in the market. We're not worried about any presidents that's in office. We're not necessarily worried about a recession or anything like that. Why? Because we have our finances in order. We are in much more control. When you are in much more control, you can do more things with your money, like invest it confidently. So how do we do this? I always say, okay, you want to start where you are. Now, I have begin investing at least $100 a month here, but you can begin investing with $5. You can begin investing with $1. You can begin investing with 10. Okay. If you have it like that, depending on your situation, you can invest with 100, 200, 500, 1,000, whatever the number is for you. Okay. You should start there per month. But that number comes from here. Thank you, Katie, for the follow. Beach, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay. Now, once we save up, whatever number that we decide to invest, we want to put that into some kind of investing account. Now, the reason we like investment accounts is because these accounts let our money grow, but not only just grow, we are able to take advantage of what's called compound interest. Now, this may be a little bit more advanced for the Abacus, maybe not, I don't know. But that's how you can turn $100 a month into $1 million. Okay, simply by investing and taking advantage of compound interest and time in the market. Okay. Bell asked, investment accounts are different than high yield savings. Yes. So high yield savings accounts are not investment accounts. Investment accounts are different. Investment accounts allow you to buy stocks, ETFs, index funds, things of that nature. REITs, real estate investment trusts. That's what investment accounts allow you to do. Okay? So, yes, the Roth IRA is an example of an investment account. Now, there are many different ones. I know plenty of you here have a job, and on that job, they offer what's called a 401k. That 401k is also an investment account. It's just offered through your job. Okay? So that's what we want to do here. You want to pick a dollar amount, or really you don't even have to pick it. You just use your system. You use your numbers. So you don't have to worry about it every single time. So if we were using this 60-10-30 rule, where 30% is used to save or invest, that's how we figure out how much we need to save or invest each month. Okay? You can always increase this number whenever, okay, depending on your situation. But, okay, 30%, let's just say, is our baseline. That's where we're going to start because that's what we use to save. So what that means is if you make $1,000 a week, bi-weekly, monthly, 30% of that, or $300, is then going into your investment account to save up for retirement. That's how we do that. That's how we simplify this process, remove as much guesswork as possible, and we create structure and we create a system that allows us to remove all of the negative things, remove all the negative thoughts, the limiting beliefs, the limiting habits, and build something that we can actually stick to because we simplified the whole process. Okay? Did y'all learn something just now? If you learned something, drop the word learn into the chat.
That was really good. And so one of the mentions was to have $100 a month. Thank you, River, for the comment, learn. And so for those of you that are interested, to show what 100 is on the Abacus, remember that this is the ones place. We have the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. Thank you, Alyssa, for the comment. Learn. And so what we're doing is we're going to learn how to, let's say, $100 on the Abacus, right? So if I had $100, that's what it would look like. 100 would look like on the Abacus. If I wanted to save $200, it'd be 200. This is my ones, this is my tens, this is my hundreds. So if I wanted to do 4,000, that's what 4,000, 400, that's what 400 would look like. There'd be 400. 500 was mentioned, so we could do 500 a month. That would be great. And then what if we can do either 1,000 or 1,500? It'd be 1,500. So it'd be 1,500. And you might want to add cents. We could do 25 cents. So it'd be 1,525.
What if you did, let's do, so the max that you can contribute to a Roth IRA is 583, but that number is actually like it's 583.33. So it's $583.33 per month.
So
What would that look like?
If this is my ones place, I have my ones, my tens, my hundreds, my thousands. After the ones, just like we write on a piece of paper, we have our ones, and our decimal sits between our ones and our tenths. So our decimal is right here. It doesn't take a place value. So this is our tenths, and then this is our hundredths. So our answer is 5, 8. Is that right? 503.33. Is that correct?
So we wanted 583. My bad.
583.
583.
Okay, so
Yes.
583? Not 5,000 a year?
Yeah, 583.
Per month.
Not
No.
5,000. Yeah,
Wait.
per month. 583.
Oh, okay.
33
So
per month.
5,000 would look like that. I'm sorry,
Myra just said, I think I just learned to read the Abacus. I'm so happy for you, Myra. Me and you both.
you said $583.33 per month. Is that correct?
Correct.
583.33. There we go.
Nice. Nice. So for those who's just joining, what we are learning tonight is how to handle money and math anxiety by simplifying money and using the Abacus to help us with this. I just learned, y'all, how to read an Abacus, which is cool. This is my first time ever, so I learned on the fly with everybody, which is amazing. And we just mapped out this whole 5 steps to financial stability in 2025 using a Abacus, and basically just simplifying how we can get started on our financial journeys when it comes to this money stuff, because we know that money is a difficult topic. Math is involved with money, and we just want to simplify it and make it easy for you to understand your numbers so that you can take action and get started on your financial journey and math journey too. It'll help you understand your math, understand your numbers when it comes to your finances.
Great. Does anybody have any questions? Any other questions about Abacus or personal finance? We have about, 9 minutes left? That was a lot of good information.
Really good. If y'all need me to go back over anything, y'all just let me know. I'm really interested in the Abacus though. Like I'm really eyeing the Abacus right now because I'm trying to throw some numbers at you.
Yeah.
Or if y'all have some numbers, throw them in the chat, and then we'll put them up, just so you can make sure that you understand how to use the Abacus too. It'll test me because I'll try to do it in my head before she does it.
That's funny. I do have this number. Let me see if I can find it. Nope. Here it is. So, for those of you who are interested, this number right here would look like that. Where's my...
Whoa, that is a good one.
That's not a good one.
Who thought of that number? That's a good one.
That's not a good one. This is part of my little...
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55
Oh, it's too
pies,
easy.
55
Yeah, that's
Cokes,
easy.
55 wings,
Never
55
mind.
shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So this is 55,555.55. That's what that would look like. So if we want to do 6...
Yeah, that's easy.
That's too easy.
That's too easy.
Right? And so that would be 6, and then this is 7. 5, 6, and then there's the 7. So 5 plus 2 is 7. I'm over here because I have a ones place. But if you notice, all the beads all the numbers are represented on each column. So even if I had this one, right, it's exactly the same. I have 9 over here.
99 problems, but a ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me.
So this is 99.
Okay, so they're all the same. The numbers are the same.
Exactly. That's why it's not a difficult number. It is 99,999.99. And so the idea to this is that every number is represented on each column. And that's it. There's no number that is too difficult to make. because it's exactly the same. So if I had a
So
row of
we have a
one,
number.
what's your number?
Oh, the number that we have in the chat is 1,126.
26? 100, 126. That's what it would be.
Yeah,
Because
you
1,000
did that
is.
so fast.
I know how to count really well from 1 to 9. So it's 1,000 in the thousands column. So when we're looking, remember that I have my ones place over here. So we have our ones place. So ones, tens,
Yeah.
hundreds, thousands. So it'd be 1 with 1 bead touching the horizontal bar. We have 1 bead on the hundreds touching the horizontal bar. We have 2 beads touching the horizontal bar, and then we have 6. The value of 5 is on top bead, and the value of 1 is the bottom bead. And that is 1,126. Thank you for the comment.
Okay, yeah, that was. I was just how fast you did that. You didn't even have to think about it. It was just like 1, 1, 2, 6, 2. Easy. We have another number 222.
I'm sorry,
I think I know how that would work.
232?
222.
222.
The angel numbers.
Angel numbers?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you never heard of the like 3 numbers in a row being angel numbers,
Oh,
or 222 to
yeah.
be exact.
The angel time or whatever, where it's like 1111. Okay. Angel numbers. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't think
exactly.
of that. But yeah, that's what 222 would look like. And then it'd be the same thing. It'd be 333, 444, 5. That's 5. 555, 666, 777, 888, 999. Make a wish at 1111. Oh, thank you, Rose. Thank you, Cozy.
Got
Yes.
it. Anybody here? Anybody here have a 401k? Do you know the
401.
max that you can contribute to a 401k? Do you know the max? Does anybody know the max that you can contribute to a 401k? It's no. That's Bell. You almost 7,000 is for the Roth. For the 401k, it's 23,500. It's 23,500.
You said
Let's see what that.
23,500?
Correct.
Okay,
There we go.
23,500. 0.00.
Yep. That's the max that you can contribute to a 401k. Now, if you're over the age of 50, you can do a catch-up contribution. So you would add 7,500 to that.
7,500 to that? All right. So we have
Yeah.
23,500. So then what we do in Abacus world, we go from left to right because we say when we read, we
Ooh,
go
this is
from
nice.
we go from left to right. So we say 23,500. We don't say 3,020, right? So we go from left to right. So we start with the 7. To do the 7, there's a thing that we call how to make a 10. And so one of the formulas that we need to know is how to make a 10. We need to utilize the 3. So to do that, we have to do, for those people in my chat, do you remember what the formula is to add the 7? So we have to plus the 10, right? To plus the 7, it's equal to plus the 10 minus the 3, right? And so what's our next number? We want to add the 5. To add the 5, it's the same thing. We know that 5 plus 5 makes a 10. So we want to do plus the 5. Thank you, Cozy. How do we add the 5? Plus the 5 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 5. So we're going to minus the 5 and then add the 10. So if you're 50 years and older, you are allowed to contribute 31,000 into your Roth into your 401 or for your Roth for your 401.
That's what 401k. That was cool. I like that.
Okay.
I didn't know none of those formulas, but
Yeah,
that
that's
was
a
cool how you just added that
that's a little
on the
bit later.
abacus.
So there's a whole curriculum that I have in Abacus to be able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide on the Abacus to visualize our numbers, which is very different than mainstream math. Mainstream math does a lot of memorization. So there's a few things that we have to do on Abacus. The only thing that we need to do on the Abacus is memorize, remember how to use concepts like how to make a 5 and how to make a 10. Because we have these concepts, you can to scale, you can add, subtract, multiply, and divide. But those are later down the lines. If you anybody is interested in learning how to read and use the abacus for basic arithmetic, adding, subtraction, multiplication, and division.
That is wonderful. This is beautiful. This has been a great live.
Yeah.
I appreciate you so much, Lynette.
Thank you, Vince. I apologize for all the miscommunications that we've been having, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm so confused. So, thank you so much,
It's
Vince,
all
for
good.
yeah. I do appreciate it, and I hope my community appreciates it as well. And it's been fun. Thank you so much for all your time and your tips and your knowledge.
Thank you. It means a lot. Just seeing this app, like literally learning this on live, and like right now, mind blowing for me. I did not expect to learn how to read it that fast. Like I thought I would, learn a little bit, but yeah, definitely didn't learn it that fast. So,
And the abacus is simple to use and easy to understand. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for all your time and your patience with this different way of our lives. I know the collab is a different thing. We're not doing battles. What we're trying to do is we're trying to educate the world, educate the matrix on what personal finance is, be used easily with an abacus. Thank you, everybody, for all your help. Thank you so much for participating. Alrighty, so I'll see you in a little bit, or I'll see you next time, yeah?
yes,
Thank you
yes,
so
yes,
much.
yes.
All right, I don't.
Appreciate you. Be blessed. Have a great.
You too.
All
Bye.
right. I don't know how to.
Great. All right, we are done with the collab. I hope that was okay for everybody. I hope that you guys learned a little bit about your personal finance. It was very interesting. I actually wanted to do this because I want to make sure that everybody becomes rich, right? If I don't use it, I lose it. If I lost it, I forgot it. I just know tops are fives. Yes, thank you, Jess. But also pay attention to your personal finance. Can we practice the hundred thousands? Can we practice? I am teacher. I want to be rich. Yeah, right. I want to be rich too. Totally. Can we practice hundred thousands? What on the abacus? Hundred thousands. I don't have that in my. I don't have it as books. Not won't. I want to. Yes, I want to be rich. Yeah. Oh, I will not be rich? Oh, will not be rich. Not want. Oh, come on. There's you just got to pay attention to your money. What do they say? What did he say? He says, no, there's some, people that say out there, you need to, what is it? You need to track your money, live below your means. Really, both. Live before, that was good. I liked it. I liked it. But still, the idea is to make sure that we know where our money goes, and I like that. Obviously, I didn't just pick anybody, right? It made sense. I want people to be well. I want people to know where their money is going, but I also want you guys to do well with your math. So, so here we are. We are back to here, and we were talking about. Oh, excuse me. Jalen had a question. What's your question? Was it Jalen? We had to put a pin in that. Um, Sorry. Oh yeah, Jalen, what is your question? I don't know if Jalen is still here. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. How are we doing? I guess Jalen's not here. I was asking if we could try division. All right. Okay. So, okay, let's do some division. Okay. Yes, we can do a little bit of division. Let's see. I have to find. Whoops. Let me see if I can find. Was it Cozy? Wanted to do 100,000s? Thank you, Rose. Thank you so much, Rose. Amazing teacher. This guy doesn't do Abacus. He was learning Abacus as you guys were. I'm happy that you caught the live, Alyssa. Yeah, can we practice? Oh yeah, there we go. Can we practice 100,000s? Oh wait, so Jalen, when you say practice 100,000s, what does that mean? Oh, it's me, but it wasn't me. No, I think it was Jalen. Yeah, Jalen wanted to practice on 100,000s. What does that mean? Like, you want like bigger numbers? Hundred and thousands or 100,000s? So if we do 100,000s, it would be on the bigger abacus. So this would be my ones, this is my thousands, and then it would be over here. So we would just be doing this, this. But it's a little bit harder to see. So, to do a big one. Yeah. So what number do you think this is? Oh, I should move this out. So what number do you think this is? If I have my ones, my tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, what number do we think that is? It's a lot of numbers. And if you guys can put commas, that would be very helpful. If you can put commas, it'd be very helpful. Because why? There's a comma right here, so it's easy for you to see. Thank you. Right? There's the comma. So we have 100,000. 100,000. So we have 400, right? 400,000, 50,000, 2, comma, 600, 45. That's what that is. So are you telling me that I need to create a maze with 100,000? Is that what I'm hearing? Man, I tripped up. Yeah, really? All right. I will make one that's a 6-digit abacus. 6-digit. I was gonna go only up to 5, but if you guys want 100, I can make 100. Not a problem. It will be a smaller abacus. So the highest I go right now, for those of you that are interested, for the highest that I go right now is just thousands. So when we look at it, we do thousands. We do thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. So when we're looking, when we look at this number, we have here we go. What number do we think this is? What number do we think that is? So we have our thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. Thank you. 8,488. Thank you, Cozy. Thank you, Jaylin. Yeah. All right. So then, if we had a bigger number, okay, so that is the highest that I have. This one is also available in my shop. Let me move this. This one's available in my shop. It is over here. And for those of you that are interested, so let's do a little walkthrough. So in the beginning of the book, we have the how to read the abacus. This is the single digit. I explain and we review from the numbers of 0 to 4, and then we do 5 to 9, just to break up the information. It's not a lot of information, but I do break it up so we can digest it all. We start talking about the tens place, right? And then the ones, right? So we have the tens and the ones. This is how you break up the number. 36 is 3 tens and 6 ones. That's how it looks like on the abacus. So on the abacus, it looks like 36. 30 on the abacus with a 6. There we go. And then we have our next number, our placement values of the hundreds. So we have the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. And then we have how to read it. Notice I'll have the dot indicator, right? So now we're talking about 4-digit numbers. This is the 4-digit number. I have my dot indicator just like this. That's my dot indicator to tell me that this is the ones place. I have my thousands, which tells me the thousands. That's where the comma would be. Right? So when we have it, thank you, Greatness. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you, Cozy. Thank you, Anthony, for the share. Thank you so much for sharing. So what we are looking at is 1967. That's what that would look like. Why? Because we have the one is over here, which is my thousands. So this is my thousands, my 100. Then we have 6 tens and then 7 ones. So then and then that's where we start going into the mask maze and to the mazes itself. So I have a mask maze, and this mask maze is the paper is a little thin, so I give you the option to download it. It's for free, and you can print it on a thicker piece of paper. The reason why is because the answers are on the path. Because the answers are on the path, I wanted to cover it up so then you guys don't cheat. No cheating involved. So when we look at this, what number do we think this is? We have our thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. What number do you think that is? Even though this is a 4-digit number, we're only using 3 digits. Hello, Lady72. Thank you so much for the rose. Thank you so much for the rose. Hello, Real J. Hello, Real J. How's it going? So for those of you that are interested, or don't remember, whenever the beads are touching, thank you, Jaylin. Whenever the beads are touching the horizontal bar, this is the horizontal bar, this line right here. Whenever the beads are touching this horizontal bar, we're counting it. So these are the 3 numbers we're counting. Why? This is 0 because none of the beads are touching this line, but we use this 0 as a placeholder. We have the 5. Always the top bead will always be the value of 5, and then we have the 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 beads, 1, 2, 3. These ones are a value of 1. Because there's 3 of them, now we have 305. Thank you, Cozy. Thank you, Jaylin. Okay, so what is our next number? Here's our next number. Okay, hold on. So we want to do, here we go. Hold on. So if I do this number, that number, this number, and then this number, that number. All right. So what number do you think that is? We're doing 100,000s. 100,000s. I gotta find paper because I don't have these numbers written out. So we have 100,000 on our abacus. What number do you think this is? And apparently I'm going to make a new book. Just for Cozy and Jaylin. Thank you guys for letting me know. I do appreciate it. I am here to help. Okay, so what is our number? We have our 3-digit number. What number do we have? I'm sorry, not a 3-digit. It's a 6-digit number, right? 6 digits. Because we have our ones, our tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and then the 100,000s. What number do we have? What number do you think? What number?
Bueller.
Yes, well done. So on our abacus, we have 200,000. This is what 200,000 is, right? 2 is over here. 1, 2. When the lower bead touches this horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. We have 5. Anytime top beat is touching the horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So we have 5 over here. This is 9. Notice I have a 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. So this is what 9 looks like. And then 9. And then we have 8. So because I'm going to put the comma here, the reason why is because my dot indicator shows me that this is the thousands place. Because this is the thousands, it's easier to read the numbers when there's a comma. We have 800 here. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. So 8 is over here. So this is 800. We have 50, 5, right? 5 tens, and then we have 2. Thank you, Cozy. Thank you, Jaylin. So we have 259,852. Well done. Well done. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much for joining. How are we doing? Yeah? Okay. Let's do a couple more, and then I'm going to head out to go get some dinner, and then I'll come back at about 9 or so. 9? What day is today? Today's Thursday. So I'm going to, I'll head on out and then come back in a little bit. So for those of you that are interested, we're going to do 100,000. So apparently I got to do 100,000 book. You guys are so funny. So funny. But thank you. I do appreciate the information. So if I have this number, this number, this number, this number, we have this number, that number. All right, there we go. So what number? We just like learning. Oh, that's fine with me. I don't mind it at all. I'm happy that you guys are learning. So we have our 100,000. So we have 100,000s. This will be the last number, so then I can go get some dinner. So we have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and then 100,000s. Thank you, Alexandria, for the follow. Thank you, Anthony, for the share. Thank you, BK Daily, for the follow. Thank you. So we have 7,000, 700,000, 60,000, 4,000 with a comma, right? Because there's a dot right here. This is my indicator for the thousands. This is a 574. Well done. Well done. That was easy, right? So yes, okay. So I will make a book for you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, so thank you again for joining. Thank you for sharing, Jackson. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and I will see you guys all in my next live. I'm going to head out for a little bit, and then I will come back for after dinner, yeah? For those of you, thank you, Cozy. I do hope that the personal finance was a good information for you so you can be careful with your money, you know? It's always good to start. Hello, R.I.P. Hello, R.I.P. I didn't see you there. Hello, R.I.P. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for the heart me. For those of you who are interested, go ahead and click the orange heart me over here to join my community, and then you get some engagement points. The engagement points are for you guys. It's not really for me. The engagement point for you guys. So then TikTok will know that you're really active and you're really involved. Thank you, Zenful, for the share. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I will be coming back later tonight, probably in about 2 hours or so. So from now to about 2 hours is when I'm going to come back. Thank you, Lady 72, for the rose. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, Stephanie, for the rose. Thank you, everybody. See ya. I have to go to bed soon because I have school tomorrow. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good. Get ready. Get ready. Could you show me the products? Which one would you like to see? Jorge, which one would you like to see? And who is it for? Is it for you or is it for a student or a child? Let me know, because then I can gear the information. Bye, Jalen. Bye. Thank you. For you? Okay. So, depending on how quickly you take it, you can either do the Abacus maze, right? Yeah. So the question is like, do you want to go slow or do you want to go fast? Some people are a little bit on they want to take it a little bit slower because it's all self-paced. I do have, like, if you want to do the mazes, or if you want, I do have this one, which is called the Basic Math Abacus for Adults. And so what I did was specifically for everybody here because there was always this talk of trying to figure out how to use the abacus. And I was like, you know what? And they were like, you should make a book. And I'm like, oh, okay, I will make a book. So I made a book for the adults. So here's a little flip through. What we do is we read the abacus. So I teach you how to read the abacus. I give you some big brain notes, and then I give you a more how to do double digits. You count from 1 to 100, and then I give you a mask maze. The mask maze is for this maze right here. The reason why there's a mask maze is to cover up the answers, because it's very easy to see. This is the book. This is the book, yes. And then the abacus. You have a choice of getting an abacus that is either 13 column abacus, which is bigger, or you can get the 7 column abacus, which is smaller. Does the colors mean anything? The colors mean nothing at all. This just looks pretty. That's all it is. Okay. So the mask maze is to cover the path, and then the idea is to figure out what the number is on the abacus and then find the path. That's what this is. I need help with my GED. Chucho. If you are looking for somebody to help you with GED, I know a person. DM me and I can send it to you. Where do I start to learn? My son does this have it. Yes, I do. It's in the. That's my name. Take the. I don't know what NEDP is. How do they charge? You're gonna have to ask them. Okay, so here again, Jorge, are we there? So we have 3 digits, and then again I show you the maze, and after the maze there is the explain how to do 4 digits, and after that I give you this thing called a reverse maze. The reverse maze means that I give you the path, and you need to color in the abacus number. So this is 587. You have to color in what 587 is, and so we talk about how to add on the abacus. We talk about how to subtract on the abacus. I give you example questions. And then I give you pixel art. This pixel art is super simple. Super simple. But the reason why I want you to do it is because I want you to see what the abacus is. Right there? That's my name. It's an... oh, what? Oh, right. Okay, it's an online HS. Oh, sorry, YouTube. There we go. So here we are with the understanding what the number is. So we have 8 over here. So what I want to do is I want to add 8 on the abacus. And then I want to do is I want to, 8 on the abacus. I want to take away 3. I know you could do this in your head, but the idea is to be able to see the beads move. So if I take away 3, that's all I'm doing. I take away the 3. So my final answer is 1. I know because what? Oh, you do know? Okay. So it is available here, but right now I'm out of stock. But you can buy it here if you want. But I don't sell it on. I don't sell the abacus over here. I sell the abacus on TikTok. So it's up to you if you want to wait till I get it in stock, or if you want to. If you want to wait till you get it in stock, and then you can buy the whole package together, or you can buy it on the other place over here, and you would have to buy the abacus separate. Yeah. So it's up to you. I know because I see you. Okay. Okay. So, thank you again, everybody. Thank you again. So, Chucho, send me a DM and you're going to have to ask them because I can't, that's their service, not mine. So, my service is providing abacus and teaching abacus. So, okay. So, that's about it. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for liking the live. I hope it was informational with the whole personal finance and stuff. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. All right. But, yeah, it's not available yet if you're waiting for it on my TikTok shop. But I will get it soon. Just not right now. I'm waiting for my shipment to come in. So, well, hopefully it'll come in soon. Thank you. Thank you, Alyssa. I hope that was helpful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, Jessica. Okay. So, I will be back in about a couple of hours. Thank you again, everybody, for joining. Thank you again for joining. And I will see you all in my next live. Bye, everybody. I want to know this. Oh, maybe I should do a little outro. Maybe I should get some music for an outro. Like this.
Level up, 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 level up.
Okay, thank you so much, Jen, for dropping by. I do appreciate that. You're gonna miss my jokes. You're gonna miss my jokes. No, I'll be on a little bit later, anyways, because I'm gonna go have my dinner. I'll be on in about a couple of hours, probably. I have to wait for my son to read, so it might take a couple of hours. No, I'm gonna go for dinner right now, so you'll be good. You'll be good. You'll be good. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Today's Thursday. Yeah. So, but thank you again for dropping by. I'll see you in my next live. Yeah, I'll probably be on in a couple of hours. Thank you again. All right. Bye. Cool. I gotta. You know what? Maybe I get an outro. What do you think? What would be my outro? What would be my outro? It would have to be, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's a good day. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out an outro. That'd be cool. All right. Oh, yeah. Like a timer and an outro. I saw somebody do that once and I was like, oh, that's really cool. All right. Okay. Thank you, everybody. See you later. Bye.